Hallöchen, der... Oh no. Oh no. Gleich zwei Sachen. Warte, die Kamera kann ich jetzt sofort fixen. Was ist denn bitteschön? Was ist denn bitteschön mit dem Game Capture los? So. Hallöchen, willkommen zu Slay the Princess. Wir sind heute ein bisschen horrormäßig unterwegs. Huch, ja. Huch, ne? Ja, jedes Mal das Gleiche. Grauenhaft. Jedenfalls, wer das hier jetzt schon sieht und liest, wer Probleme mit Parallax Scrolling und sowas hat oder blinkenden Lichtern, am besten nicht zugucken, wir lassen das drin. Aber da gibt's halt so ein bisschen Motion Sickness und lauter solche Sachen, ne? Und genau. Was auch immer passiert, sondern unser Herz, glauben, keinen blassen Schimmer. Ganz wichtig hier unten, this is a love story. Motion Sickness, mal sehen, wie lange ich schauen kann. Ja, mal kicken, ne, mal kicken. Also es ist, glaube ich, nicht ganz so krass. Ich glaube, es liegt viel daran, weil das alles handgezeichnet ist und so. Das Spiel ist komplett auf Englisch, auch Englisch vertont. Aber ich wollte das unbedingt daddeln. Ich meine, ne, also, das ist schon, allein das ist schon krass. Ich weiß noch nicht, wo wir die Kamera hinschmeißen. Aber auch die Musik und sowas, ne? Ich werde mal ganz kurz die Kamera auch schon mal zuschneiden, falls wir die woanders hinpacken werden. Jetzt hätte ich die fast über den ganzen Monitor gemacht. Schauen wir mal ganz kurz. Ja, ich werde gleich ein bisschen aus dem Bild rutschen. Aber ich bin gleich wieder da. So, zugeschnibbelt. Ich setze mich jetzt erstmal hier unten rechts hin. Ich habe noch nicht reingeschaut. Ich weiß auch nicht, was uns genau hier gleich dargeboten wird. Ich habe nur kurz die Settings angeguckt. Und da sieht man auch, es gibt kein Sprachgedöns. Aber das ist die Prinzessin, die wir töten sollen. Warum, weshalb, wieso, gucken wir uns an. Kapitel 1, der Held und die Prinzessin.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Ich weiß nicht, wie viel wir übersetzen sollen. Wenn wir die Prinzessin nicht töten, dann ist das Ende der Welt. Ja, wir sind in dem Wald. Fertig. So, jetzt haben wir hier unsere Optionen scheinbar. Also es ist so ein bisschen wie so ein altertümliches, ja nicht Point and Click. Oh, scheiße. Es gibt extrem viele Eigenschaften, Auswahlmöglichkeiten. Wegen mir brauchst du gar nichts übersetzen. Ja, so ein bisschen machen wir wahrscheinlich. Ich würde erstmal sagen, egal was es hier für Optionen sind, einfach ohne was zu sagen zur Hütte gehen. Wir erledigen mal den Job. Okay, die Prinzessin ist da drin.
Before you go any further, she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Okay, das ist wichtig. Sie wird lügen, betrügen, sie wird alles in ihrer Macht Stehende tun, damit wir sie nicht töten. Wer kann es ihr verübeln, ne? Aber warum ist die Prinzessin hier in... Oh, das ist auch sehr cool. Ich glaube, das ist hier gemeint von wegen hier so ein bisschen Motion Sickness und so. Warum ist die Prinzessin in dem Keller von so einer Hütte?
We're not gonna go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ah, das ist der Held, den wir spielen.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Es ist der gleiche Erzähler, ne? Das ist ein bisschen schade, aber hey. Wenn mal der Erzähler nicht lügt, ja, das ist eben auch so eine Sache, ne? Also. gehen wir weiter. Ich glaube, die Leertaste ist
The
auch
interior of the
weiterschalten.
cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, den Dolch brauchen wir dann also. Wir nehmen den mal nicht mit. Mal gucken, ob wir sie erwürgen können oder irgendwie sowas. Wer weiß, wer weiß. Wir lassen das jetzt einfach da liegen. Wir probieren einfach aus.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Oh Mann. Echt erdrückend hier, ne?
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Oh, jetzt bin ich aber gespannt.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Naja. So hypnotisierend finde ich das jetzt
Don't
nicht.
let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Ups. Hey, ich glaube, ich bin hier, um dich zu töten. Nein, wir sagen mal gar nichts.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
Wir sagen mal gar
It
nichts.
would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done.
Es erinnert auch sehr an die Stanley Parable, ne? Ist, glaube ich, kein Wunder.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Naja.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Also der Held ist auch so ein bisschen abgelenkt, ne?
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hi! Wir haben keine Option, Nein zu sagen. Ich hatte übrigens eine Option, Nein zu sagen, als mir Strike PR das Spiel zur Verfügung gestellt hat. Aber, da ich das extra angefragt habe, weil ich das Spielprinzip eigentlich echt interessant fand, habe ich natürlich ja gesagt. Also danke für den Key. Nur für euch zur Info. Es wird natürlich wie immer nicht meine Reaktion auf das Spiel irgendwie ändern oder so. Ich bin einfach nur gespannt, was hier los ist. Der Held ist halt ein Held. Ja, der Held ist so James Bond-mäßig drauf, ne? Wir quatschen erstmal ein bisschen.
Okay.
Na? Wie geht's dir so? Schönes erstes Date. Okay, wie heißt du? Ich weiß nichts über dich. Okay. Was hast du gegessen oder getrunken? Alter, es gibt so viele Auswahlmöglichkeiten, ne? Getting out of here, getting out of here. Ach, wir können hoch und den Dagger holen? To keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit, we can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Okay, pass auf. Wir fragen sie mal, wie heißt du eigentlich?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
Warum?
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
Naja, es gibt auch Mario, von daher ist das jetzt gar nicht mal so abwegig, ne? Also heißt du Prinzessin?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
Sie ist jetzt schon suspekt. Was ich aber auch ein bisschen suspekt finde, ist unsere Hand hier, ne? Also... Sind wir ein Goblin oder was?
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird.
Ja.
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade and slay her before it's too late.
Okay, fragen wir mal, was sie gegessen oder getrunken hat.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Naja, also irgendwo musst du überlebt haben, ne?
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
Es ist relevant! Hallo, die kann... Es ist doch klar, dass die kein Mensch ist, wenn die da über 5 Tage lang nichts getrunken hat und immer noch lebt. Hallo?
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating?
Ja.
She has to eat, right?
Okay, erzähl mir das mal hier. Wie soll ich töten? Ach so, und dann können wir noch sagen... Ja, irgendwas stimmt mit dir nicht.
Would everything feel right about you if you were locked away in a hole by yourself for as long as you can remember?
Just how long has she been down here?
So, did they tell you why I'm supposed to be so dangerous?
Nö. Wir sagen
They haven't
nichts.
shared a thing, have they? All they've done is point a finger. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Naja.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that, and I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point.
Hör auf zu
Talking
grinsen.
like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about.
Ja, ist
Do
okay.
you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to?
Du glaubst, die Kamera oben links ist besser? Na, ich bin mir nicht sicher. Vielleicht unten links. Hm? Okay, auch nicht immer. Ja, ne?
We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Aber warum würden die jemanden schicken zum Umbringen? Könntest du das selber machen.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person. And a subjugating monarch, no less.
Was sagen wir? Okay, wir gehen einfach und holen das Messer.
Thank you.
Wie sie schaut, ne?
You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
Oh, oh.
You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I were you.
Uh-oh.
You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all.
Ja, es gibt einige Entwickler, die streamfreundliche Spiele zumindest so entwickeln, dass die den Ton anpassen können, damit das hier keine Copyright-Sachen abspielt, ne? Aber das wäre auch interessant, mit extra so einem Platz für eine Cam.
You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet.
Oh, ich mag das nicht.
Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm,
No.
its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen.
No!
Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Wie geil. Ich glaube, wir haben falsch angefangen. Können wir das nicht nochmal... Es ist aber sehr cool, dass wir jetzt den Dolch in der Hand haben hier, ne? Oh ja, YouTube hat irgendwas umgestellt. YouTube hat da irgendwas gedeichselt. Und wir haben letztes Mal geguckt. Ich glaube, wir haben schon das absolute Maximum eingestellt. Also das Maximum... Also das... Wie lang dazwischen und so, ne? Versuchen wir sie auszubluten, aber ich weiß nicht, ob da... Ich meine, hier liegt zwar der Arm, aber hier ist auch keine Blutspur oder so. Ich denke nicht, dass sie ausblutet. Einfach nur, hallo? Ja, versuchen wir das mal.
Play. Who's to say she'll actually succumb to her wounds? She doesn't have a weapon, and she's missing an arm. You can finish this right here, right now.
Ich glaube nicht. Ja, wir versuchen das mit dem Einsperren.
You close the basement door,
Gott.
locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier.
Die ist bestimmt schon irgendwo
You
draußen,
settle
ey.
in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
Oh Gott.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
Oh no.
It's not like this little door I'll hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying.
Ich mag
Like
das
she's less like the
absolut
princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it.
Oh, super. Ja, beim nächsten Mal einfach rein und drauf, ja.
You won't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker.
Ja.
No, it doesn't.
Oh. Ignore her and go to sleep. Ja, komm.
Just ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just don't pay attention to it. You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall.
Oh Gott, da wird doch gleich ein Jumpscare kommen, no.
You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
Jetzt ist natürlich meine Frage. Wenn die Tür nach hinten aufgeht, warum ist der Tisch davor gestanden? Der bringt doch dann gar nichts.
Where is she?
Genau hinter dir.
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
Wie Gänsehaut. Auch an den Beinen, ekelhaft. Oh. Oh. Wir haben noch gar nichts gemacht.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working.
Wieder der Arm auch dran ist, ne?
It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb,
Stimmt, ja.
then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
Ja, lass dir Zeit.
She steps closer,
Oh,
one
no.
silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills.
Kiemen?
What a shame. If you'd only help me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Ja, ich frage mich, welche wundervolle Dinge das waren.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is.
But it is.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay, Death Counter 1. Oh, Kapitel 2.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense of déjà vu.
A terrible sense of déjà vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
Ja,
If
natürlich.
he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Shh. What if he hears us?
Shh. The voice of the paranoid? Was?
That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me.
Super.
Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all.
Okay.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Okay. Okay. Warum soll ich dir zuhören? The voice actor is British. In it? Kann sein.
Those are two very different questions, but
Ja.
fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to
Das
get you
Spiel ist so gut.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met
Grad schon
me, or at
Gänsehaut
least
gehabt.
a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Da hat er auch einen Punkt, ne?
We couldn't trust either of you, and as far as I'm concerned, we still can't. All we did was lock her away. And how'd that work out for you?
Ja.
No comment.
No
Well, then,
comment.
congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And your solution is to send us back in there. Do you want us to slay the princess, or do you want the princess to slay us? Obviously, I want you to slay her. One of you poses a threat to the world, and the other doesn't. Anyways, I believe your other question was something along the lines of, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Ja, nur dass das jetzt Kapitel 2 ist, nicht mehr Kapitel 1, ne?
Speak for yourself. From my perspective, there were plenty of consequences. I'm never going to forget the way she just made us stop working. And that's only scratching the surface. If what you said is true, it begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or have you found yourself in another world altogether? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
Ich habe
Do
keinen
you
blassen
think the
Schimmer.
people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? If she brought an end to everything and everyone, how are we supposed to stop her? What do you want from us?
Gute Frage,
I want you to succeed. You'll find a way. You're the only one who can.
Okay. Lass uns erstmal über die Prinzessin quatschen.
Just be quick about it.
Was hätten wir hier? Okay, wer hat sie da eingesperrt?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Aber warum kann sie uns... Ich meine, warum hat sie dann vorher nicht schon ihren Arm abgetrennt, ne? Also...
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job and save the world.
Okay, das machen wir jetzt. Ich habe so das Gefühl, dass sie trotzdem unsere Hand taub macht und wir dann eben das Messer nicht mehr haben. Ja, das ist eine sehr gute Frage. Wenn Leute sie eingesperrt haben, warum haben die sie nicht umgebracht?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. You can't just goad us into doing something by calling us special. It's manipulative. Why are you trying to manipulate us? I don't know, I kinda like being special. Okay, fine. Maybe you can goad him into doing something, but he's not even the one who makes the decisions here. I'm not goading you into doing anything. You already know the princess is dangerous. All I'm trying to say is that you have to be the one to deal with her. I know it doesn't seem fair, but that's just the way it is. And for what it's worth, I know you have it in you to finish the job. We don't. You saw what happened to us last time. We need to leave.
Okay, pass auf.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Okay. Turn around and leave!
This is good. I was worried you might fall for his shit again, but this is good. Whatever answers there are to be found, they aren't here, and they definitely aren't there. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Nope. Ja. Nee, nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Ja, wir werden sowas von im Wald sterben.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Super. Okay, weg mit uns.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Mal die Kamera
But fine.
umdüdelt.
Turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. But everything is getting fuzzy.
Oh. Okay.
What's going on? Where are we? It's finally happened, hasn't it? We finally cracked.
No. Okay, wir sind nicht mehr alleine. Was zum Henker? Okay. Irgendetwas braucht ein Gefäß, aber wir sind zu voll von uns selbst. Bitte was? Wir embracen das mal, komm. Wir müssen müssen unsere Geschichte fertig bringen. Das ist der einzige Weg für die da, um zu entkommen. müssen eine neue Welt erschaffen? Was?